I'm back in it, in fact. Instead of what I thought was going to happen, was a little car going round. There he goes. Whoosh. I've got a more charitable outlook on how this series went, having now edited a bunch of them. It was, and may still even be the case, that I did sort of lose steam when all I had was the fights to talk over, because there weren't really much of a fight. But the cutscenes were fun enough to riff on, and I want to give it another shot. I think at the time I may have just been depressed. So that's always a danger in the moment, and then I come back to them during editing and I'm like, this was fine. This was honestly just fine. I don't know what the problem was, but I do know what the problem was, and it's my own brain. I'm not sure why your streetlights are designed like that. I assume those are streetlights, but don't know why you needed the extra one in an L shape. I don't know what that adds. It looks of future, and that's a good enough reason to basically double their energy consumption. What is with all of these off-model fucking... what's going on? Right, it's time for an enemy warrior arc. Now, Nappa appears out of nowhere and just challenges Frieza to a fight. What happened to you while you were dead? You know, there's been gods since he showed up on Earth, and he's just like, right, I am now surrounded by forces so laughably outside of my ability to control. There is literally no point in me being afraid of Frieza anymore. Like, even if I survive him, some fuck is just gonna fall from the sky and wipe out the entire planet because it was Thursday. Okay, the ant does not care which boot crushes it, the result is the same. But now it's time for us to involve ourselves in this arc, with a whole new roster of boys for me to kiss. Is this the evil empire? That's strange, is this the evil empire? That's a big green orb. That's a big green man. Or a dragon, one supposes.
All your wishes have been granted. Farewell.
Thank you for opening your mouth once to say all of that. You doing evil, and you're doing being there as well. I was also present. Now you've all exploded off in different ways. You're scheming. just sort of been dropped there. Here's all of the men for you to be. What revelation
Can you hear me?
can we have now by only being... Hello. Float towards you. You're talking to me being an orb.
I see you're awake. How are you feeling?
Orbish. Well, you know.
Looks like the link
All
system
right.
is working properly then.
I'm surviving.
You probably have a lot of questions, but first allow me to introduce myself.
It's fine, I've already done the first story arc, I know who
I
you
am
are.
16, an android created by the Red Ribbon Army. We don't have much time, so I'll be brief. Right now, you're linked with an alien named Frieza.
Oh my word, we're Frieza DragonBall!
Basically, it's like you've possessed Frieza's body.
I've possessed an alien man.
It may be easier
The
if
swishy
you just take a look for yourself.
tail for you. It just smashes the whole thing. I've got thingy feet. Do you think there was a Oh, fucking hell. We're not pleased about that. We're not pleased to be Frieza. Do you think there was a moment like we woke up
May
with like
surprise you, but this is
increased
all real.
dexterity in our toes and we were like, that's a bit weird. Also, what's this giant fucking limb coming out of my ass?
We were planning to link your soul with Goku's. But one thing led to another, and you ended up linked to Frieza.
I don't want to have to bother. Neither of them can believe it. That's very... I like what you've done there.
This may sound strange, but just relax. There's a way for you to return to your body.
Good.
It's
Hello. Can you hear me? You can hear me, then answer me.
I'm being talked to by the actual one.
It seems as if Frieza's soul has awakened. Frieza can hear my voice, but only you can hear his. Now, try saying something
Only
to
you can
Frieza.
find the freezer inside yourself. Just do an
You're
ordinary
ill-mannered,
greeting.
But at least you can make an introduction, which is surprising to say the least. Even then, I find it hard to forgive you for even trying to speak to me.
You directly addressed me and asked me to respond. I'm gonna put you in a blender if you give me mixed messages like that again. I can do that now. Intolerable!
You have arrived, finally. Let's just say, good thing you weren't another minute late.
What are you imagining you could do to me?
I don't need to explain things, do I?
No, we've already had one arc, as I told the android.
Now then, there are several questions I have for you. First, I want you to begin by explaining to me what's happening right now.
I'm an orb, I've done you a ghost, you're in the blue world until I've beaten the game.
I'm just glad there are no parades here, like in that hell of a flower garden.
Okay, I'm missing some context, clearly.
Silence, scum! You know absolutely nothing about the hell I've been put through.
Oh yeah, the flower parades. They come for us all, eventually. There's no laughing matter.
They forced me to watch that painfully awful, cheerful parade.
You work with the Ginyus.
Just thinking about it fuels me with enough rage to lose my mind. I'm so angry, I could erase you right here and now.
No, you couldn't. Not with a nose that small.
Tell me all you know, every little bit. Unless you want to make me even angrier, obey me, or you will regret it.
If you only knew how many people inside my brain have tried to threaten me, you would feel foolish.
Frieza, can you hear me? I don't know how much you heard, but there's no time for a full explanation. I'll summarize the important points. By using the link system, another soul has taken over your body. You will not be able to use your power, nor will you be able to defeat enemies.
Okay, enough with all these stupid jokes. Time to get serious, or I am going to erase you right here and now.
You only have the one threat, huh?
Just how impossible it is for someone to ever take me.
You have managed to summon an orb in the brain space. I don't know, you're gonna blow up the inside of your own mind. I don't know what you hope to accomplish. He's orbed. You think you can out-orb me?
Are you listening to me? I've received no response. Are you two conversing? Well, I suppose there's no use in pondering it. I'll just continue with the conversation.
I'll just continue talking at you while you're unconscious.
What? This can't be! I attacked
Yeah.
just now. Why did nothing happen?
This is all an illusion. It's all an illusion
Just
created
so
by
you
the
know,
ocean of your
Going
soul.
wild inside your mind will change nothing. You just need to give it up and listen. There is only one way to fix this situation.
Being a funny punch boy.
Listen, you need to allow that soul to control your body and experience as many battles as possible.
Let it control me?
Only through ghost combat will you achieve anything,
You
Frieza.
mean my only hope is to let someone else use my body as they please?
Hee hee hoo hoo.
That isn't even remotely funny.
It is funny.
Now if you would, please stop standing there and give me back my body!
Standing here. So I do have a physical presence here. I'm not an orb in the
Otherwise, it
brain.
would be my pleasure to erase you from existence.
Like you just tried.
I may not be able to do anything on the outside, but you and I are both on the...
Along with the last energy sphere you just threw at me. I'm just going to leave this.
It seems that you have finally realized your place.
Yeah, outside in the real world, operating your flesh.
Do as I say, and I may be inclined to forgive your transgressions.
He's not the sharpest dictator in the world, is he? Hands? I've confirmed that I have
Don't tell me,
hands.
You.
I'm so glad we can now finally talk to one another. But I'm not interested in hearing your excuses.
Don't worry, if he tries anything, I'll make his leg go away.
The soul inside you must have handed off control. I guess this will make things faster, though.
Enough small talk. Now,
I'm gonna point at
prepare
you.
to die.
You can't do an orb without my permission. Come off it now. Yeah, you realise it now.
Thought I regained control over my body.
Yeah, but not over your spheres.
Now do you get it? Your only hope is to leave the fighting to the
I
soul.
don't understand how your ears work,
The power of the link allows you to move.
but a lot of
If it's
aliens
removed-
seem to have them like that. Maybe it's just a better design for ears that we don't know about.
You are going to pay for this. Not only did you seal away my power, but you also let this cretin possess me.
Just so there are no misunderstandings. I was the one that started up the link system, but your power was sealed by a different person.
What? Why?
Her name is Android 21, the current leader of the Red Ribbon Army. If you fight a great deal and power yourself up, you may be able to stop her.
May be able to stop her. Don't you know who you're dealing with?
Yes, the man who has just failed 3 times to kill either of us.
If what you say is the truth, then all I need to do is erase her.
You really do only have one threat.
If you do that, you will never get back to normal.
What do you mean? Are you trying to threaten me?
No, if you don't win properly, we're automatically married.
Only she knows how to break the seal on your soul and your power.
This is truly ridiculous. Do you really think that any of this is believable?
The writer's just shitting on themselves right now.
Still, at this rate, we're never going to get anywhere.
Let me get
I hope
somewhere.
you listen to
I
all
want
of
to
that
do
just
funny
now.
punch.
You worthless earthling maggot.
I want to punch
It
all the
appears that my
worlds.
only way out of this extremely vexing situation is to let you fight.
Yes,
Unfortunately for you,
let me do
there
combat.
is just no other option. From now on, you are my servant.
Take your legs and let
Fight
them
like
go.
your life depends
Fight
on
you
it,
now
and make
in the
sure
snow.
You don't disgrace me out there.
I'll disgrace everyone. All will be humbled by the snoofers in the world, fighting the battles on behalf of all the aliens. This time, on the evil alignment. Oh. You're starting me. There's no question marks anywhere on this board. Can I hope that we're done with this now? I retain all my skills. I've only got the one man. I've only got the one man to attack with. But that is fine. That is fine, and I will attack with him. 16, 13. Well, I'll go for you first. It's the battle of warriors that we've come to know. Now, I'm in the situation where I am actually starting off as a character who I do kind of know how to play. He's not hugely difficult, this one, I don't feel.
Well, you're an
So,
interesting one.
There we are. There's Orb. You see? Ooh. And I'm sorry for thinking that your name was Clyde. That was. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean about Swish? I mean, I guess at least the fights will drag out less. Sleeping in the bins. Sleeping in the bins. Oh, he doesn't know about the clones. Nobody's explained to him that there are clones running around. Is he gonna think this is the actual of Ginyu's? Is he gonna wonder why the hell all of his alien friends are suddenly slightly darker and fighting him all the time? This must be so baffling. I accidentally only got your toes. Oh, I accidentally came very close as well. I'm accidentally doing a lot of things, but it's not amounting to Prancy Francis, is it? You thought it might, but it's not. Oh, I didn't intend to do that, but I'll blow you up. It just pummels you right all the way to the ground, for however long you want it to. You have powered up to level 17 apiece, but you shall not know peace, for I'm going to come and get you a bit. Fall like wheat before the chaff. Not the chaff, that's the other part of the plant. I mean, maybe the chaff is just so chaffular that the wheat's just like, oh, it just falls off from sheer shock, and that's one way to just sort of separate it automatically, is just make the wheat disgraced. There's a lot of agricultural applications for just sheer embarrassment. You didn't sweepy. You didn't sweepy, and is this gonna hit? It did, although it didn't, to be honest, do a lot. Have your Swiss. Those do hit you in a fun reference to the show. It's like it's a cute detail and a cute reference. I do wonder about, like, it doesn't strike me as a particularly powerful attack. I mean, it can get them on the way back as well, I guess. I don't. I mean, this has all been balanced by people far better at game design than me. Like, someone who's capable of designing a game at all is better at it than me. But I just sort of wonder if it's worth doing, you know? I'll do it anyway. Like, I mean, nothing can stop me from chucking frisbees. Many have tried. You've actually done laser beams in the eye sky. That one hit that time to prove that it could. What even was what's Moldy France got against beef eaters? Is it just general use kernel chicanes? Or is it a more specific use kernel chicanes? How many situations can he resolve? How useful is kernel chicanes? Let's finally settle the debate once and for all. You put in a man, and obviously I'm going to go address the man. You need to address men sometimes. You can't just flop down behind me with 3 eyes and expect there to be no consequences. They call me the walking consequence of the 15th Avenue, alright? You can't get away with all this. And you should know better by now, certainly. You can't charge up anything either, I've decided. And then there's also... Is that, did I see right? Yes. Oh, that scales very well, actually. I might do that 7 more times. I must fight Nappa to rescue him. We need to save him from himself. You have not known the rapture of Orb. The plot has thickened. And you will... Oh.
I'll destroy everything! Everything! Everything!
You've got no eyes. Or you've got
Oh
No
my,
pupils, at
it
least.
talks. This one seems a little different than all those other pathetic specimens.
I'll tear you limb from limb!
What's your nose? What's your nose about, sir?
It may be capable of speaking, but it seems just as pitifully stupid as the others. Oh well, might as well kill a little time with a display of my superior strength.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, but superior snout. I mean, what's even... It looks like that's just an entire bird's head that he's got just glued to his face. I reckon Krillin took one look at you and decided, no, you know what? If that's possible, I don't even want to run the risk. Just ripped it off, threw it in the sea. You're invoking nose horror, and I don't think you realise. You know, I'm not going to accuse you of doing it deliberately, but for fuck's sake, you have to understand. You planted a little boy. Unfortunately, I won't. Oh, I bounced you. I could have continued to go, to be honest. That time it didn't. You see, if you miss your chance, you've missed your chance. There's no ands or adjectives. There's only missing your chance, because you've missed it now, and that's how time works. Is you can't go back unless you're the Doctored Who.
What's going on?
We've woke you up a
I
bit.
thought you were just another cretin, but you actually have a modicum of skill. Well, I did go a little easy on you, but you still survived my attacks.
Wait, please. Is that you? Lord Frieza?
Indeed it is.
Oh, so you do know your place after all.
If I keep my hand outstretched for long enough,
Please,
I will
forgive
win.
me.
Oh no, you fool!
It's me, Nappa, the Saiyan. I used to work for you. Don't you remember me?
Of course he doesn't.
Nappa.
Oh my god,
Now
he
that-
vaguely remembers you.
That name does ring a
A
bell.
high honour.
My apologies, Lord Frieza. It just you've changed forms from when I last had the honor of meeting you.
Oh, so this was the first time you've seen me in my current form, then? Still, if one cannot recognize one's master, does that not constitute an absence of loyalty?
Do not make me steal your orbs again. Your nose has been fixed.
Of course
Oh
not.
no, it's gone back. It's gone back horrible. You've got the most elastic and just problematic nose I've ever seen.
I wouldn't need to test you on that statement now, would I? But if you do mean it, you will devote your life to serving me. Is that clear?
No, you will devote your life to having orb. Bring me him so that I can orb. I'll orb you in the world. Hoo 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 hoo.
That wasn't terrible. Seems like you might have a knack for this. If you can tap into a little more of my power, we should be able to interrogate Android 16.
I may need to see you throw 2 giant glowing orbs at once. I don't care much for either of these options. I'd like to just steal his orbs. I'm not gonna meekly challenge him. I'm gonna remind him I've stolen his eyes.
Of course I am. Someone will pay dearly for putting me in this position. Someone linked me with an Earthling maggot and is trying to use me. There is no doubt about it. You can't
I like your
actually
lipstick.
believe anything that comes out of that man's mouth. If so, you are a puke-inducing simpleton. I don't know what
Who's
his
that
true
man?
goal is,
The
but he
16.
must be hiding something.
You talking to
Well,
16s
now I
today?
understand. It seems like he originally intended to link you with that Saiyan after all.
That's Saiyan. Hey, you talking about Kakarot?
And since when have you been allowed to speak to me in that manner? Shall I remove that big mouth of yours?
Do the nose first, please.
Oh, no, Lord Frieza. It was just my misunderstanding. I thought it was the maggot inside of you speaking, Lord Frieza.
I'm
I
a little
sincerely hope
wiggly
that's the
worm.
case.
I'm going to worm inside you as well to do fight punches.
Nappa,
I
even
need 3 of you at
proved to be
least.
an important pawn in a situation this dire.
I appreciate how many teeth you have, but
I
now's
trust
not the
you know
time.
what will happen if you don't show adequate results.
Of course I do, sir. I won't let you down.
Excellent stuff.
Now that's more like it. I expect great things from you.
You mean me?
That Frieza's such a jerk.
Did you say something?
Yes.
No, sir, not a thing.
Worship me as the orb god, and I will deliver you from him. I can make him forget where his arms are. Alright, I've found that switch in his brain. Okay. But I can now become... There's a Yamcha on the board. Dangerous indeed. Well, I think that's a fair whack of progress for a first episode of the new spindly wizard, don't you? So I shall put a funny little napper on the team, and I shall see you. You've gone down to level 17 since I last. I don't keep your artificial whoosh increases I got from prattling around. That's rather shamed. But I believe I was trying to end the episode, so I'm going to now. Goodbye.